Good morning. Welcome to another day in life. Let's make some porridge. Today we are going to London. Porridge fan. I love oats. I think it's really easy. I really like it because it takes no time and it's super filling and full of good carbs. So this is definitely one of my go-to breakfasts. When I have more time, maybe I do something like protein pancakes. I normally use 3 of those. I also add a tablespoon of chia seeds, a touch of cinnamon, feels like Christmas. Remix all the dry ingredients. Time for breakfast, having some porridge today. I like to have it with blueberries, chocolate, and add some creatine for strength. So today I'm going to London. Fun fact, I used to live there. I remember when I started cycling there with all the buses and the traffic, I was so scared. I was even scared of leaving the cycle lane. So it will be interesting. I'm doing a sweat test, but first some breakfast, some training, and then to pack to the airport. I'm looking forward also for all the food I'm gonna eat there. I arrived to London, but it was raining, so of course what cyclists do in their free time? Eating. I went for my favorite pancakes, they are delicious. Definitely worth the trip and to fuel up for next day HIIT training session, and of course some wraps, mochis and some sushi. Here we go. Time to sweat. Today we go into the Precision Fuel and Hydration HQ. Let's do it. I'm here in the UK and I have to find them first. The heat is on. We are here with the Precision and Hydration Fuel and Hydration team.
Hi, I'm Toby, Sports Science Intern here at PFNH, and today we'll be taking you through sweat tests to find out exactly how much sodium you're losing in your sweat. This sweat test here, and we essentially stimulate the sweat glands in your skin. And one of these, so the black one is actually a neutral, so nothing's going on there, but the red one is, you'll have a sort of circular patch. We'll put the macroduct on afterwards, and it basically just makes that sweat for 30 to 40 minutes. So rather than asking you to run around for half an hour, we can just do this, and then there's a vacuum at the bottom of this macroduct, and it will basically draw out the sweat from that. And it will fill around the tubing here, and there's a blue dye in here which we can video and show later on. And your sweat isn't going to be blue, but it's just a nice marker of how much sweat we collect, and we look to fill this up as much as we can. And then we'll measure that and run it through the analyzer here. And in a matter of seconds it will give us a value for your sweat sodium concentration, and this is sort of set for life, so you won't need to get a test again. It may fluctuate sort of in and around your zone, but we have so you see our electrolyte tabs here from our lowest strength to our highest strength. So if you come in sort of this is sort of our average sweat sodium concentration area, so if you're in that zone, you're always going to be in and around there, and the same for the higher salty sweaters and the ones who aren't so salty. You don't feel anything, huh? So my subjective feeling. Not sweating a lot and not salty sweat. So your result is 676 milligrams of sodium per litre of sweat. So like I was saying earlier, with the sort of the range of strength of electrolytes we have, the similar applies here. So the average we sort of see at the moment is about 990 milligrams per litre, so that comes sort of around there. And then this is you, so as you subjectively thought, which matches here, you are sort of on the lower side of salty sweaters that we see, and we've done thousands of tests. We see this ranges from 200 milligrams per litre of sweat all the way up to 2000. Okay, so I just got changed into my cycling kit. ready for the sweat test. So we have the heart rate belt with the core sensor,
to measure the heat.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Hunt, Senior Sports Scientist here at Precision Fuel and Hydration, and today we're going to take you through a heat session in the lab. This is going to be used to help determine your sweat rate in hot conditions, as well as, well, usually this sort of heat session can be designed or is designed to be used across multiple sessions as part of a heat acclimation block or series to get you prepared for the heat. Great, so once we get into the lab, we'll start off with an easy sort of power output, and we'll bring that up to a harder effort to sort of build body temperature. And during this heat session, we're going to aim to sort of build body temperature in that first sort of 6 minutes. And then from there, we'll move to a target heart rate of around 75 to 80% of your heart rate max. So you can see this intensity is going to go up. That's to help you start sweating, help to get you hot. And then the power output's going to drop down, and we'll adjust that power to maintain your heart rate.
Okay, perfect.
That's how we'll do a quality heat session.
Perfect. It was hot in there. Cycling at 40 degrees is not easy, but I managed, and the results really surprised me. I sweat an hour much more than I expected. So we just finished the heat session. Oh, it was nice. It's like a training in a sauna around 39 degrees for an hour. So I'm gonna weigh myself and check the results. Really interested. It was good, not too hard, but with the current weather, feels good. It's like being in Spain or in Greece. Hola, hola. I just received a new package. I love when I get something new. I have now this Cyclas Fan. My husband was sent me, so I got a second one for my indoor training setup. I already have one. You can position it in different ways. So this one goes onto the floor. You have this mount that you can use to park your bike or to position the fan. Oh, and now getting mine ready. I have the Cyclas 3T trainer. And the good thing, you can easily synchronize it with the fan. So I have also the holder for my phone and the fan that you can use with the remote control to turn it on. You have different modes, so you can adjust it if you want it to regulate with your manually, with your speed, heart rate, power, or all of them. So today I'm doing a heat training, so I want it with power, so I don't really have to worry about like going up and down. When I do my intervals, it auto-regulates, so that makes it really easy, and it's quite potent. It's getting warm now, luckily. With that weather in London, I was like, really? I leave the Netherlands just when it's sunny. The bad weather is following me. One of the things I found out in the sweat test is that I'm not really a salty sweater, but I should drink more. So I'm gonna try to start doing that. To be honest, in some of my races, like the first Transcontinental, I got dehydrated and I had a heat stroke. I mean, I didn't know any of that, so that's good to find out. To be honest, I love singing while doing my workouts, and watching Netflix is my version of Netflix and chill. Okay, let's do it. Watching the tracker. I mean, I wanted to go, but last year it was cancelled, so I was like, maybe not. So I'm doing ultra instead. It's like 1,000 kilometers here in the Netherlands, so I will definitely use what I learned in the sweat test and try to drink a bit more. Whew. I'm really not a fan of intervals like 40-20s, but are necessary, I guess. And also we'll do some core after. Okay, finish the interval session. I mean, I don't like doing a strength exercise, especially core. I mean, everybody knows cyclists love cycling, but when it's strength and strength training, it's not the forte, but it's necessary. I'm so weak. I try to do at least a series a day, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that. Thanks to my bike fitter, Cycling Performance, he told me not only like, how to fit my bike and everything, but also gave me some cool strength exercises. We did some sessions in the gym, so that was super useful. But let me know.
Cuarta.
¡Cuarta!
Va a salir bien. Venga, tú puedes.
But let me know how is your day in life. Do you do a strength training? Stay tuned because I will be doing more episodes. But now I'm going racing to Utrecht Ultra, 1,000 kilometers, and then onto the Tuscany Trail. So stay tuned to the channel because there's gonna be a lot of new exciting content, and check out the playlist for more day in life episodes. Until the next one, let's continue. Uy. 1, 2, 3.